In this section, we'll be covering how to add a tracking number to your listing, including if you need a shipping insurance. There is two ways for you to ship something. One way is to print your own postage stamps in your own house using a printer. So all you need is get a scale. On the scale itself, you're going to weigh the item, and then you're going to print the shipping label, post it on the package itself, and give it to the post office. The second way is to take the package itself, pack everything up, go to the post office, they're going to weigh it for you, and then they're going to ship it for you. If they're going to be doing the shipping for you, they of course are going to give you a tracking number. And this is the tracking number that you need to enter once you are shipping the package. If you're shipping it from your own house, the tracking number automatically goes into the eBay system, so you don't need to do anything. But if you're shipping it outside of your house and you have to take the item to the post office, you have to add the tracking number to it. So once the item actually is paid for with PayPal itself, and it gives you the option to print the shipping label to it, that's when you can go and add the shipping number. So if you can't ship this from your own place and you don't have a printer or a way to print this from your own location, of course the best way for it is to go to the post office, get the package weighted, find out how much it costs to ship it, use the cheapest way to ship it. When it comes to you to ship an item in the United States, there is 3 different ways that you can ship an item. First off is to use the United States Post Office, second is to use Federal Express, and third is UPS. Now, out of all those 3 different options, the one I like to use the most is Federal Express because it gives me the cheapest rate for items that are heavy. And if I print my own packages at my own place, it actually costs me a lot cheaper to ship the item because eBay gives me a special discount versus if I take the item to the post office itself. So if I take the same exact item to the same exact location, which is Federal Express, it's actually much cheaper for me to print the item and the package from my own location because eBay gives me the discount. Over there, I don't get the shipping discount. So with that in mind, some people don't like the hassle of packing and they don't even want to do that. So if you don't want to even to pack the item yourself or you don't know how to pack it securely, you can just take it to a place like Federal Express. They will pack the item for you for a special charge, and after they pack the item for you, they're gonna put the tracking and ship it for you. So then all you have to do is very simple. You can press on the add tracking number. It's gonna have the item name, and then there's 2 different things you have to do here in order for eBay to successfully track the item itself. First off is to enter the numbers that are provided for you, and second to enter the carrier's name. So if it is Federal Express, you have to enter that it's Federal Express, UPS, and Post Office, and so on. Then all you have to do is to press on save and you're done. So now the whole information is entered into the eBay system and they know the item is going to the right location. So now they can't actually claim, like let's say for example, this person claims that this item was never shipped. They can't really do this because UPS already knows that the item is in the mail and eBay knows that you put the info in there. Now the amateur mistake of course is to forget the receipt or to go over there, ship the item and then not get the receipt, which is just as bad. So you have to have some proof that you actually sent the item, and don't forget to enter the tracking number right away because every day you delay to enter the number, it's just as if you haven't shipped it out. So if you shipped it today and you enter the tracking number in 2 more days, the person who is on the receiving end of it thinks that for those 2 days you have not even shipped it. So the best habit is as soon as you ship the item, as soon as you come back, enter the tracking number and you're all set. So this is what you have to do to track and to actually deliver the item itself. Now here is one more tip for you, and it is don't ever buy tracking or delivery confirmations. First off, all those services come with whatever package that you're shipping. So you don't need an additional delivery or tracking confirmation numbers or have somebody sign in or all those other fancy ways of getting your money ripped off at the post office. So all those extra services are good for maybe a package that's worth a lot of money. And a lot of money, I mean like something like 200, 500. It all depends what's a lot of money for you. If you're doing a lot of business on eBay, all those little extra fees are going to end up costing you a lot over the whole year, and you will end up learning one thing, that most of those packages don't get lost, and if they do get lost, all those extra services don't really do much. The only service that I do recommend for you to use is the insurance. So if an item is not going to get to its location, you gotta insure the item just in case something can happen to it. Now, it's not going to insure against if you pack it badly. If you do a bad packing job, it's definitely not going to help you. Also, if you do a bad job packing the item internally, so you don't do any protection in it, and the item gets delivered, the outside of the box looks totally fine, and then the inside, it breaks in there. So now the problem is you, it's not them. The post office is not going to pay for something you did a bad job packing it. So do a great job packing the item, and if you are gonna pay for the insurance, pay for items that are over $100, or just figure out what is the margin that is acceptable for you to pay for insuring the item, because at the end of the year you will learn that you spend a humongous amount of money insuring useless packages that really didn't need to be insured. And at the end, just think about all those extra fees that you paid for the insurance. If you actually saved up all this money and put it in a fund just for yourself, you would notice that you created your own insurance for those items. So let's say it costs you like 2, 3, 5, or like 10 to maybe even $20 to insure a lot of packages. Do the math during the whole year and you will see how much money you wasted on insurance, and you could have just put it aside just in case something does get broken. So it all depends on the value of the item and your actually ability to think about, is it really worth insuring 1,000 item? Of course it is. Is it worth insuring 100 item? Maybe. But is it worth insuring a bunch of $10 packages? Of course not, because that's gonna just a waste of money, and it's all gonna add up in the end of the year. So see you in the next lecture for more tips how to make money on eBay.